Most people know Ari Melber as the calm and sharp voice on TV. He's the man who explains tough legal news on MSNBC like it's a story anyone can understand. But behind the cameras and the serious news reports, there's another side to him. A side filled with success, smart choices, a stylish apartment, cool cars, and secret acts of kindness. This is the story of how Ari Melber, a lawyer from Seattle, became one of the most trusted names in American media and built a life many people dream of. And once you hear how it all happened, you might just be surprised. Humble beginnings and a big dream. Ari Melber was born on March 31st, 1980. He grew up in Seattle, Washington, in a home filled with stories of strength. His grandparents had survived the horrors of the Holocaust, and his parents had moved from Israel. These deep family roots taught Ari about justice, truth, and standing up for what's right. He went to Garfield High School and later studied political science at the University of Michigan. But even from a young age, it was clear Ari was meant for something big, a front row seat to American politics. After college, Ari moved to Washington, D.C. He wanted to understand how the government really worked. He got a job with Senator Maria Cantwell and later joined John Kerry's 2004 presidential campaign. There, he helped organize big events and worked closely with leaders. Even though the campaign didn't win, Ari learned a lot. He saw how politics worked from the inside and decided it was time to go deeper. Law school and a sharp mind for justice, Ari went on to study law at the famous Cornell Law School. He wasn't just a student, though. He was an editor for a law journal and even worked at a public defender's office. By 2009, he had become a full lawyer and joined a top law firm in New York. He worked under Floyd Abrams, one of the most respected lawyers in the country. Ari learned a lot about media law, free speech, and how to defend the truth, from courtroom to camera. Even though Ari was doing well as a lawyer, something was calling him toward the media. He started writing for big outlets like The Atlantic and Politico. His way of breaking down tough legal issues in simple words got noticed. In 2013, MSNBC brought him in as a co-host. It was his first big chance on TV. But even after that first show was canceled, Ari didn't give up. He kept rising, becoming a trusted face on MSNBC. After his first show ended in 2015, Ari Melber didn't fade away. Instead, he became MSNBC's chief legal correspondent. That means whenever something big happened in the law or in politics, Ari was the one people trusted to explain it. He appeared on popular shows like The Rachel Maddow Show and other primetime segments. His deep knowledge of the law, clear way of speaking, and calm attitude made him stand out. Then, in 2016, his role got even bigger. NBC News named him a legal analyst too. This allowed him to report on major investigations, the Supreme Court, the FBI, and even the Department of Justice. People began seeing him not just as a reporter, but as someone who could help them understand what was really going on in the country. A show of his own, The Beat with Ari Melber. In July 2017, everything changed. Ari got his own show on MSNBC called The Beat with Ari Melber. It became a hit. People loved how he mixed law, politics, and even culture into one powerful program. He wasn't loud or dramatic. Instead, he asked smart questions, gave fair commentary, and listened carefully to his guests. One of the biggest moments came in 2017 when he was the first journalist to report that President Donald Trump might be under investigation for obstruction of justice. Just 9 days later, that investigation became official. Ari had been right, and the world took notice. By 2021, The Beat became the longest-running show in its time slot. It had over 1 million viewers per night and over 13 million views each month on YouTube. That kind of reach made Ari one of the most powerful voices in news media, interviews that made headlines. One of Ari's biggest strengths is how he talks to people. His interview style is calm, respectful, and direct. He doesn't yell or interrupt. Instead, he asks thoughtful questions and gives his guests room to answer. That's why even powerful people like Vice President Kamala Harris and former Attorney General Eric Holder came on his show. He also spoke with Trump's legal team and even controversial figures like Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Ari knew how to keep things serious, fair, and honest. In 2020, he got an Emmy nomination for doing a live interview with 4 key witnesses from the Mueller investigation, all at the same time. The Columbia Journalism Review said he was extremely effective, and the Associated Press noticed that even Trump's allies picked The Beat as a place to speak, crossing into pop culture. But Ari Melber's influence didn't stop with politics. In 2021, he started a music show on Apple Music called Nevuary Radio. It focused on the link between music and current events. That same year, his breakdown of a Jay-Z song went viral. The commentary was so powerful that Jay-Z turned Ari's words into a track called H.O.V. Did. Inside Ari Melber's stylish New York home success brought more than just attention. It also gave Ari the chance to live in comfort and style. In 2018, he bought a $1.5 million apartment in Prospect Heights, Brooklyn. The area is close to Manhattan but has its own unique charm. His apartment sits on Vanderbilt Avenue, inside a modern luxury building designed by a famous architect. The home has 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and tall windows that let in lots of sunlight. Beautiful wood floors run through the apartment, and the kitchen has shiny marble countertops and top-quality appliances. There's even a spa-style bathroom with a rainfall shower and elegant tiles. But it's not just the inside that stands out. The building also offers amazing features, like a 24/7 concierge, a modern gym, a reading library, and even a rooftop terrace with city views. Families enjoy the kids' playroom, and nature lovers can easily walk to Prospect Park. With nearby shops, cafes, and subway stations, Ari's apartment blends peace, style, and city life perfectly. His car collection, smart, stylish, and personal Ari Melber, isn't flashy, but his cars show he enjoys well-built machines with meaning. He owns a Chevrolet S10, a Mercedes-Benz 560 SL, and a Toyota Sienna. Each car tells a different story. The Chevrolet S10 is an old-school pickup truck from the late 90s. It may look simple, but it's powerful and dependable. Then there's the 1985 Mercedes-Benz SL, a beautiful classic convertible. Ari keeps it in excellent condition. It's stylish, rare, and now worth around $70,000. Finally, his Toyota Sienna is a smart, practical minivan packed with the latest tech. It's clear that Ari picks his cars the same way he reports the news, with thought, care, and purpose. A life built on purpose. Ari Melber's story is more than just a tale of fame or fortune. It's about a man who turned knowledge into power, truth into a mission, and success into a chance to make a difference. From legal battles to breaking news, from hip-hop verses to high-rise views, Ari's journey proves that real influence comes from passion, patience, and purpose. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss another deep dive into the world's most fascinating lives. Thanks for watching.